The Supreme Court's decisions overturning decades of precedent on abortion rights and gun regulations are politically unpopular. But as CNN legal analyst Jeffrey Toobin explained on Friday, it just doesn't matter. In breaking down the implications of the latest flood of court decisions, Toobin said that the court is completely insulated from public opinion, given that they have received lifetime appointments to the bench. Here's a look at the CNN discussion.
Look at the big three cases of this term. Abortion rights, ending Roe v. Wade. Ending gun control under many, many circumstances, and yesterday's decision about making it almost impossible for the Environmental Protection Agency to regulate climate change. All unpopular. And people say, well, what about the court's authority? Well, the court doesn't care. They're not running for office. They are there indefinitely.
And that last decision on the EPA also has implications much bigger than just the environment. It gets to how government agencies, a lot of these agencies that people have come to know over the last 50 years, how they do their jobs.
How does the Education Department administer student loans? How does OSHA deal with COVID? How does the Securities and Exchange Commission enforce fraud regulations? All of that is implicated by the decision yesterday.
And a potential fight between Merrick Garland and states, which is going to come to a head any day now, about how to regulate medicated abortion.
Yeah, totally. Look, unless the Congress explicitly says it, the Supreme Court is saying it isn't necessarily doable by these agencies. And this Congress doesn't explicitly say anything anymore. They can't get anything
Yes,
passed.
now that it's in the hands of the highly functional Congress, everything will be fine.
Toobin singled out the court's ruling against the Environmental Protection Agency as particularly problematic, as it could potentially cripple government agencies' ability to regulate anything that is not explicitly mentioned by Congress in its original legislation. The legitimacy of the Supreme Court has come into question by lawmakers and members of Congress following the recent decisions. U.S. Senator Elizabeth Warren, Democrat of Massachusetts, was forceful in telling Martha Raddatz on Sunday, "This court has lost legitimacy. They have burned whatever legitimacy they may still have had after their gun decision, after their voting decision, after their union decision. They just took the last of it and set a torch to it with Roe v. Wade opinion." This morning, President Biden called on Senate Democrats to make an exception to the filibuster rule in order to codify Roe as well as other privacy rights, like same-sex marriage. If the Senate is unable to pass an exemption to the filibuster, reforming the Supreme Court may soon seem unavoidable. Stay tuned for more updates, and thank you for watching Raw Story TV. Please be sure to check out the headlines at rawstory.com. Stay informed and tap below to take action by liking, subscribing, and joining all those who like their news raw.